Hello, thanks for stopping by. My name is Jim Falk and I'm with trailgear.org. Today I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of my ultralight shelter, which consists of two lightweight ponchos. These are nylon ponchos. They're 5 by 7 when they're fully stretched out, and they only weigh 9 ounces each. So if you have two people on the trail, you're carrying just a 9-ounce shelter. And with both of these joined together with my tarp joining system, you can make a standard A-frame pup tent, which can sleep up to 3 people. So it's a neat little lightweight shelter system. The tarp joiners are pieces of poly pipe that you can get at the hardware store. Two different sizes. You'll need a 1/2-inch size and a 3/4-inch size poly pipe. These pipes come in 24-inch lengths, and in my application I cut each piece at 6 inches. Next I'll show you how I put all this together to make a nice 3-man pup tent to use as an emergency shelter on the trail. Take your 1/2-inch piece of poly pipe and cut it off at a 6-inch length. Then take your 3/4-inch poly pipe and cut it off at a 6-inch length also. With a high-speed Dremel tool and a diamond cutting wheel, you'll need to cut out a 1/4-inch wide groove from end to end. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, like that. So a 1/4-inch groove from end to end, and remove that piece. And then in one end you'll need to cut a V. Okay, now I'm going to give you a quick demo on how these two pieces of pipe snap together. The 3/4-inch pipe has a V starter notch in it. And what you do is you take the solid 1/2-inch pipe, place it in the starter notch, press it down, and what that'll do is it'll start the spreading of the notch on the 3/4-inch pipe, and then press them down together so that they snap into each other. For demonstration purposes, these are 2 nylon bags from my 2 ponchos I'm going to use when I show you how to put 2 ponchos together to make an A-frame tent. So pretend these are tarps. What you do is you are going to create a ridge line of the 2 tarps, and you lay your 1/2-inch piece of poly pipe on the ground. You take one tarp, lay it over the top and overlap a couple inches. Take your second tarp, lay it over the top of the first tarp, and overlap it a couple of inches. So that way, if it rains, the water will shed off and it won't leak down through the ridge line. Take your 3/4-inch poly pipe with the V starter notch, find the end of the 1/2-inch pipe, press it down until both of them snap together. And that will bind or join both ends of each tarp or each poncho together. This will become your ridge line. This side will be staked out. This side will be staked out. Now, as you can see, it's hollow in the center. If you're going to use this as like an A-frame setup, what I suggest is take a piece of your paracord and run it through the center of the 1/2-inch pipe that's on the underside, and run this all the way down the length of the ridge line of your tarp and tie it off at a tree at each side. To disassemble, lay the tarps flat on the ground, put your thumbs next to the poly pipe and pull each tarp directly away from each other, and it will snap apart easily. One final note, these things can also be used to repair torn grommets. Let's say that this is the corner of the tarp and there was a grommet here that tore away. Well, you can't use your tent stake anymore because there is no grommet. But with these tarp joiners, you can use this as a temporary grommet. Again, lay your corner of your tarp or poncho across the 1/2-inch pipe like such. Take the V starter slot, place it over the 1/2-inch pipe, and then press down and they snap together. And there is your grommet. Now, what you need to do now, take a piece of cordage, run it through the center of the 1/2-inch pipe, and then you can tie it off. Like such, and then take your tent stake. This would be the tarp, and then take your tent stake, which would be my finger, and drive it into the ground, and then that becomes a temporary grommet. Okay, here we are outside, and here's the finished product: a standard A-frame pup tent using 2 5x7 nylon ponchos, and joined together with my tarp joining system. In this case, I have 5 joiners along the ridgeline, evenly spaced from end to end, and the ridgeline is paracord, and I have it running through the inside of each of the joiners. It's hollow, remember, and you run it through each one of the joiners, and that creates a nice, sturdy, firm backbone. The end I secure with a prusik knot. I slide it down the ridgeline and you get slack, which you don't want. Pull it so it's taut, and you got yourself a nice, tight, snug ridgeline. Also, the top of the ridgeline is overlapped so that any water or rain will sheet off and not drip on you inside the tent. And inside the tent, as you can see, it's sizable enough for at least 3 people. One final note, the bubble that you see on each side of the tent, that is the hood from the poncho. You want to make sure that the hood has its hole orientated downward so that any rain will drip off and sheet down the side of the poncho and not drip on you when you're in the tent. Another thing you can do is you can take a piece of cordage and tie it on the end of each one of the hoods, and take the cord and stretch it out and stake it out, and this will stretch the sides of the tent out, giving you a little bit more interior room. You can do this with each hood on each side. I'd like to thank you for stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a nice day.